Ahoy there, Legion! How y'all doing today? Last time I mentioned, if y'all wanted to ask any questions, I was going to do a question and answer dealie. And I got your questions all here, all lined up, in a fancy file I call the comment section that I'm just going to scroll through instead of organize. I was gonna, but then I played games. So, yeah, there goes all my time. So instead, I'm just going to scroll through these relatively from first question, like the first person to leave a comment up. So I guess most recent to not most recent? I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. I know there's a couple of doubles in here. I'm going to attempt to put pictures of everybody with their question. I might go faster that way instead of reading everyone out because I got more or less 100 questions in a short amount of time. So I hope you don't mind and that the pictures are good enough. Shout out to you if you don't mind. So without any further ado, let's just tackle these here questions. If you could take a frame out of the game and control it in real life, which one would it be? Well, most frames tend to be focused on damage, so that doesn't really help me directly because I'm not really storming any place, and if I did, that would get me on even more lists than I'm on already. But I guess I could counter the lists in that. You have to go full bore if that happens, because it's going to be one of you can't just hide that. Like, oh yeah, I have a living tank organism bud. You know, you can't really, if you got to stay really low to the point of it doesn't help you at all, or you got to go completely master mega mind, mwaha, I'm taking over the world. Those are your two options. If you play real low, what's the point of it anyway? And if you go super high, you got to stay super high in terms of going hard and like my way or not. So in order to avoid that, I would probably go with more of a beneficial support role, which would be very short-listed on what they could actually do. So Rhino's damage boost wouldn't really help me none. Oberon doesn't help nobody. Though you got Trinity right there who could buff you and all this other stuff. So I'd probably go with her and wouldn't have to worry about any healthcare shenanigans or who's what's bill or what in payment and all that stuff. Just go to her, boom, button, gone. Much better. Though you would have to stay about 3 inches away from her face at all times because of her nerf. But other than that, probably Trinity. I'd go with Trinity. Can you make a video about your in-game display setting? I can do it. I'm just going to put a little quick clip up right now. I'm working on rendering settings. I'm not pleased with my version of Vegas. I think it's showing its age. But a new version's coming out in February or so. Aiming to get that one, and hopefully that'll bump up quality a wee bit more. The raw footage is way more detailed than what you can see on YouTube, and that kind of bothers me. What's your favorite Wraith weapon? All of them. Vandal weapon? None of them. And if you could... I'm kidding. Of course, the Arqueen weapon. That's the best one, right? And if you could use any Prime weapon shame-free, which would it be? Let's see. Well... I do like Lechon Wraith. I like the look of Machete Wraith, but, you know, the stats ain't very helpful. The speed boost I put on there is very nice. But other than that, yeah, it's kind of meh. So I'd probably go Lechon Wraith. Strun's not bad, but that reload time, though, I do not like how they reworked that at all. But anywho, probably Lechon. Though, yeah, I'll do Lechon. Fate's got dibs on the machine gun there. And Vandal, I don't really care for Vandals that much. That's more the Corpus side of things. I know it's Tenno based, but if Wraith is Grineer, Vandal's not, so... Dex. I guess Dex. Yeah, there we go. Dex is more pure Tenno style, so then Vandal's going to be the Corpus version. So no, I gotta stick with the Wraith. If you could do any Prime weapon shame-free, which would it be? Well, it would not be Ogress, because then everyone would use the Ogress mod, and they would not buff the classic version, and that one needs a little bit of love and dusting. The Penta just got a nice one that actually, I guess, upped its damage considerably and made it like you can't kill yourself, while the Ogress one makes you make a fire sparkler on the ground. So it's a nice utility, but not quite the same caliber, so yet again. Prime. If I could use a Prime, which would it be? Odd specific request, but if they could make the Gram look like it used to before the new model they gave it, I know it was based on another weapon and they just increased the scale, but I like the look of it. If they could bring that one back and then make it look all shiny and primed, that would probably do it. Because one of the best melee weapons I used was classic Gram with the charge attacks. Very nice. How long have you and Captain been friends? Oh, that is a tale as old as the day is long. But unfortunately, these questions are taking a lot longer to answer than I expected. So I'm going to have to save that one for another time. I'll probably do a Behind the Lore series eventually on the old Captain. It's been a while since he actually made an appearance on the channel. He's been quite busy in his quarters, tending the local fauna, as it will. But he did show up in the most recent dev stream, which is nice of him, working on behind-the-scenes stuff. And will we be able to see a picture of you and the missus playing some video games together? Better than that, I got a video. It's called Warframe Beginner to Beast. You can watch it. There's a whole bunch of videos right there. That's probably not what you're asking for. Do you have a suggestion for the funniest combination of Warframe and animation? Well, right up, the first one would probably be Rhino with Limbo, you know? Yeah, the Nidus with Limbo anime. Yep, there you go. There's some color combinations which are so bad that they shouldn't be possible in-game as to prevent anyone from choosing the combo by mistake. Red and black. Where can I send my life savings? Oh, I'll send you a private message, buddy. Will you make another playthrough? Will you guys make another playthrough? I suppose, yeah. We're not done with Warframe just yet. We have to record another episode today, actually, for Friday. It's likely going to be the Mastery Rank test. Mathematically, she should have unlocked it, but she's got rank 5 and everything now, so doing the math, she should be well over the threshold. But if for some reason she did not, we'll wing it. It's all good. We'll figure something out. Since you're no doubt a handsome individual, thank you, may you give some fashion frame guide points for me to up my Tenno game. It's not so much the look you're trying to emulate, but an idea. So what you need to do is get them to think that you're extremely important and you're probably rich. So throw the most expensive looking color combinations and dangly bits that you can find. Cover yourself, just bathe your characters, all of them with it. Make it extremely gaudy and eye-catching and just throw it all together. I'm telling you, they'll flock. Forget the infested door. You're going to need a rotating door, if you know what I'm saying. What's your opinion on Inaros? He's not bad. He's actually quite good. I have a few questionable people, like, unfortunately, Trinity, after that nerf stick, what's the point of having a healer when you can't heal with her? So until they buff up her healing range to what it used to be, or something acceptable, she's definitely on the chopping block. Inaros, on the other hand, is not. He's quite a solid tank. I like me some armor, so luckily he directly benefits from it. So would Nidus, but that's another can of worms. But he's very solid frame, and I like that he can sustain quite well with the stun him and stab him combo he's got. And then, of course, feeding into his armor is also nice. So he's got a nice... And he can sort of heal people, too. So he's, support light. But if you do it just so and people don't kill everything before it goes off, not bad, not bad. Very solid class, so you're doing fine with that. Ain't no Rhino, but, we'll get there. We'll get there. First question, what about... and Ordis do you not like or makes you despise them? Ordis had one line, and by golly did he say it a lot. Funny enough, I actually think Ordis is not directly to blame, but Archwing poisons everything it touches. So, how do you get Limbo, you might ask? Oh, Archwing. Quaint, isn't it? So when you do the Archwing quest, there's a line Ordis says, and I highlighted it in my mini rage video when Archwing first came out, which I think I was far too polite with. I held back because the day of it finally released and the melee was cool in Archwing. I feel like I should just ended it right where it was and not given them it was not too bad. No, it was bad. It's still horrible. So they had it coming. At the end, I softened it. I feel like that was a mistake because the rest of Archwing is a mistake, but they haven't figured that out yet. But until they do, in the end I softened it. Say, well, this is not too bad because the melee charging is fun. And it is, because you boom, you just blink. It's like back when they did the Shinobi remake, PlayStation 2 era, you would do it like a blink charge and stab someone instantly and just dead. And then you could chain that across, the whole level if you timed it up just right. One of those things. It looked cool, but anyone else around it, I know this isn't an Archwing question, but it's related. Anyone around it is just watching. So unless you can obliterate things from en masse in range, you're just watching somebody else destroy everything, which is cool for the one person, but you got 3 other people in this multiplayer game to worry about, so still need to work on that. But for the one person, it's cool. But anyway, poor Limbo. So, in relation to Ordis, mid-quest, they're the longest part of the quest, he would just spam, because it took him ages to patch that out. Every time you would join your Lisette after a mission, he would say, like, operator, your whatever isn't finished building yet. What are you waiting for? In this high screeching voice. And, oh god.
Operator has all the necessary blueprints to craft an Archwing, so what are you waiting for?
Now, currently, they tweaked it, finally. So when you're doing a quest, every time you load up the game, I think they play it once, and that's it. Well, back then it was every time you loaded up the Lisette. So if you're doing a mission grinding for the parts to shut them up, and you didn't get it because RNG is RNG, and it's still pretty bad from what Reddit tells me, yeah, you would hear him blare that constantly. So that really twisted the knife right into the ears and pretty much out the other side. So that killed it. So that Arqueen, I'm telling you, poisons everything. So Ordis, I can't actually blame. Watching the missus play it, individually, he does care for the character way more than Lotus. So I don't know if it's just back then her style or her direction of voice acting was different. It's much better now, but back then it was very cold. And she doesn't, it seems like the words say to care, but she does not. So definitely for first player perspective and not a classic vet, it is quite stark. So, we're going to be going through like 3 questions a day at this rate. So we have, the other part of the question was, now that one, yeah, that one, I despise that one. I can't stand it. Strap in, lads, or go for a ride. 10 minutes later. Oh man. Okay. Oh boy. These questions ain't gonna get any shorter, I tell you, Legion. 25 minutes later. How long? I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look to know how long I've been recording. I'm gonna just end the recording. Oh my god.